Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Just a quick announcement before we start.
Join us on February 17th at Our Secret Spot here in Sydney for the Pendulum Party.
We are extremely excited about this. It doesn't matter your sexuality. If you're heteroflexible, bisexual, homoflexible, hetero-accepting, homo-accepting, at all, everything, straight, bi, it doesn't matter.
Bi-curious even?
That's right. Even if you're a
Yeah.
little curious, you've always wanted to know what it's like, you'll find us there. So it's going to be a place where you can safely experiment with your sexuality. And we'll...
Come out and join us. It'll be a great time. There will be a link for tickets on our Twitter feed as well as our website, www.bytheby.com.au. And you can also get tickets from Our Secret Spot's website, which is www.oursecretspot.com.au, and also from Red Hot Pie.
Exactly, and we're really excited. There's going to be glory holes, there's rooms to play, there's the spa, massage tables, and a lot more. So come and see us on February 17th.
So I was in the shower, I was cleaning my ass and making all shirts all sparkly, spanky clean.
I'm not the funny one, I'm the pretty one.
Cock shots. I just checked myself out.
Candles, music, wine, and then lube up and get on top.
The glory hole's like a dick theater. I've imagined your friend.
Which means your pants had better come off. Mama needs playtime. I think
We're not sluts.
we just love love.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Adam.
And this is Mrs. Adam.
Took her much longer than I expected her.
Sometimes I forget who I am.
And I am... Oh, yeah. And you found us here on By the By.
Welcome back to another week's podcast.
Woo! This one's
Yeah.
going to be a fun one. I have a feeling that this is going to be the first in a long series of this style.
I think so. It's exciting.
So we've had questions before from listeners as to how do I get my partner talking about blank. I'm interested in blank. My partner doesn't want to hear about it or they don't want to talk about it. Well, in this episode, you're going to listen to us play a little game. It's a game that we all played in middle school, high school, and college, but not nearly enough of us play as adults.
Yes,
And I think that we should.
Absolutely.
I think this is a game that we can play in groups of friends, both vanilla and non-vanilla. So if you are a non-vanilla or you're a vanilla and you have friends that fall into any of those categories, you can play this game with them because it's fun. So this is my advice. Listen to us play. We're sitting here with a bottle of wine. Well, we have 2 glasses of wine and an unopened bottle in front of us, which will likely get cracked halfway through this podcast. And you're going to play with us a game called... Would you rather? I feel like we need a theme song now. Da-da-da-da-da-da, bum-pa-chee-chee-ka-pa. Ooh. All right. That's my Would You Rather.
Now you know you're going to have to replicate that every time we do a Would You Rather podcast.
No, I'll just do like volume 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And volume 2 includes beatboxing because I know there's some people out there that like to hear my beatboxing. Anyway. So, Mrs. Adam, would you like to start the first question?
Are we going to
for me?
alternate questions back
Let's
and forth?
alternate questions back and forth.
All right.
So we both looked up some questions. So advice to anybody out there: you can search "Would you rather" on your favorite search engine, and you'll get a bunch of questions.
And if you do Would You Rather sexy questions, you'll get... It's interesting if you look at, say, the top 5 to 10 hits that you get. You'll hear, read, whatever, some of the ones that we're going to go through. But there's anywhere from very vanilla kind of, for couples who are just starting to date and couples who are still feeling each other out. You'll get questions that lend themselves towards that end of the spectrum, all the way up into, opening up the topic of an open relationship.
Or
Some
threesomes,
right.
or same-sex play,
Yes,
blah, blah, blah,
some
blah,
of
blah.
the questions really kind of delve into that and give you a bit of information as to what your partner may find interesting.
Or may turn them
Or
on.
may not. Yeah.
And perhaps you'll learn a little bit about yourself as well.
Right. So you can certainly come up with some of... This started, admittedly, yesterday. Mr. Adam and I were traveling, and we started with a few questions that we kind of came up with on our own, and then we decided to do the podcast, so we looked up a whole bunch more, and there's a lot of them out there,
I know.
guys.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun. All right, so let's see. You go for it.
Okay. Would you rather pursue a life where you could only ever have sex with one partner in the same position in the same bedroom, or have sex with a completely different person every time?
That's a hard. You start. You don't. You're supposed to softball pitch to me, but that's a wow. That's a tough one because okay, so I know me, and I like to have consistency with my partners. I like to have sex with like that's part of the fun of having sex with you is that you know me and you know what works for me. Interestingly enough, what works for me is the fact that we constantly change what we're doing. Man. And I can't pass the first
No,
question
you can't. There are no passes.
There are no passes. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so if I had to do one, it would be the same partner, same position,
Same bedroom?
same bedroom each time.
Okay.
If I had to, but, so I should clarify, this is only if that partner is you.
Okay.
If it was
It can't just be a random person.
It can't be just a
Yeah.
random. Yeah, because you know me and I know you, and so we know what works.
Right.
If it was anybody else, I would pick the other.
Mm-hmm.
But God, that's an impossible.
Fair
I don't
enough.
like that question. That one's impossible. I know. Right? What a delightfully evil laugh you have, pretty lady. So how would you answer that?
I would have to say a completely different person every time.
I love it. Yeah. No. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is something to be said for the consistency and, of course, for knowing your partner and them knowing you as well. But the only reason I would say a different person every time is because I'm also not afraid. I mean, sometimes, it's fine to let somebody do whatever their thing is, and it may not be exactly what you want, but it's fine. But I'm also not afraid that there are times where I want something in particular, and I will tell the person I want this or I want
Right.
that. And so you could tailor it to what you want. You're not going to get the consistent knowing each other in depth. You're maybe not going to get I guess you could get cuddling and whatnot, but yeah.
I'm assuming that oral
So-
sex can come in different flavors as well on this one as well.
I don't know. It doesn't
Yeah.
specify.
In my mind, it
We're
does.
not going to overthink things.
All right.
Let's not overthink.
Next question. My turn.
Yeah.
Would you rather have sex with someone who never showers or someone who never brushes their teeth?
Never brushes their teeth.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because never showers, that's
a whole lot of stain.
that's everywhere. That permeates everywhere. But brushes
I can
their
at least
teeth,
turn you around and do you doggy style.
doggy style, I can turn my head. I can, we can work with the whole breath thing.
Yeah.
But not showering, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a line.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What about you?
No, yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with you a
okay.
million %. Yeah, because I can always spin you around and I don't even have to look at your face.
Yeah.
And, oral sex. Think about that. Like, if
Oh,
you never
yeah.
shower, the oral sex thing suddenly becomes,
That would not be ideal.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Take it to the next level.
Yeah, that level is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
Would you rather have premature ejaculation and a tiny penis but be one of the hottest men alive? Or would you rather have an incredible sexual ability with a massive penis but be a mediocre looking individual?
So
That was a really wordy one.
that
Sorry,
was a
guys.
really wordy one. I'm going to preface this with saying, although the idea of having a massive penis sounds amazing, I know how you are with massive penises, and you're like, after it's done once, you're like, all right, I need a break. I need, a couple hours to
Yeah.
before I can go again.
4 to 6 to 12 hours depending.
Yeah, and for me, I like the idea of we have sex, and then 45 minutes later we have sex again, and 45 minutes later we're ready to go again. I like that. But
And you could have your lines of Adonis.
I could have my lines of Adonis, which I've always wanted on myself, and more wanted on a partner. But I think that I would rather have the massive junk and the
Incredible
non-premature sex
sexual
ability,
Yeah.
and be mediocre looking. Because honestly, I still see myself as I'm mediocre. I'm not unattractive, but I'm not crazily hot. So I'm a strong 7, maybe an 8 on a good day. So if I could be a 5 to 6, I'd be okay with that, as long as I was like, "Grr."
Yeah, I already think you have incredible sexual ability.
Well,
So now you just
thank you.
get to, be mediocre looking as well and have massive junk, apparently.
So how about you? Which of those would you choose?
I would agree. Incredible sexual ability with massive penis, but be mediocre looking.
Yeah.
Because I think the mediocre looking you can get over.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you have to have the. And it's not even about the size of the junk. It doesn't matter to me about massive penis or tiny penis. It's about the ability to use it.
Yes, exactly.
So for me, the ability, I would say, trumps any of the other adjectives in there.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Ready?
Yes.
Would you rather have a threesome with 2 semi-attractive guys or sex with 1 super hot guy?
Super hot guy.
That's it? You're just going to leave? Okay.
I mean, I like threesomes and whatnot, but this isn't saying that this is going to be forever. It's not like the last thing you could do.
Right.
So there'll be other threesomes and whatnot, but I mean, a super hot guy, come on. How do you pass that up?
Yeah, I think I have to. I was going to go the other way, but after you described it that way, I tend to agree with you. You're right. I would rather have...
Of course I'm right.
Oh, shut up, woman. I think you're right. I would rather have sex with 1 super hot guy.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. There you go.
Is that... Yeah? Okay. All right, so for number 3, would you rather be a virgin until you are 40 and subsequently have the most amazing sexual partners of a lifetime? Or would you rather have the most amazing sexual partners until you're 40 and then never have sex again?
Okay, so this one's difficult because I have to... That's a good question. But being that I am in my last year of my 30s...
Yes.
I have to look at this from a pretty logical point of view. So let's say you start having sex when you're 15 up until you're 40. So that is 25 years of sex. Mm-hmm. If that's true, then I'm guaranteed 25 years of amazing sex and then never have sex again. However, if I look at it like I make it to 40 till death, am I guaranteed to live to 65?
No.
Yeah, see, exactly. So the way this question is structured, that means I am either guaranteed 25 years of awesome sex, or...
But what if you lived to 90? Then you could potentially end up with 50 years of awesome sex.
That's true. And so I don't know. And that is, I can't answer that question without more information. Because for me, I look at it like, I had good sex. I had fair to good sex until I was 32. And then from then on, I've had amazing sex. So, I have 7 years of amazing sex under my belt at this point. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
And I guess the other way of looking at it is not necessarily from a time factor, but from a factor of you have amazing sex for some period of time, and then you don't. So now you know what you're missing. Or you don't have any sex until you're 40.
So you don't know what you're missing.
So you don't know what you're missing, and then all of a sudden you get it, and then you can just fucking enjoy it for the rest of your life.
Honestly, I think I'd rather go that way. I think I'd rather not know what I have and then get it than have something and then lose it.
Right.
'Tis better to love and lost than to never love at all. Wait, no.
That
Fuck.
doesn't really work.
Son of a Disney whore. We'll fix that in post. No. I think that I would rather be a virgin and then have it, even if it was only for 10 to 15 years.
Right.
How about you?
I would tend to agree.
Awesome. All right, so...
That's my third one. I'm excited.
Damn it. Okay. Okay, so this one's going to be a hard one for you.
Oh, jeez.
I know. Would you rather get kissed on the lips and only the lips, or on every other part of your body except for your lips?
Like a one-time thing or a forever thing?
This is forever.
Oh, man. Is this by one partner or by every partner?
I'm going to say
Am
every
I
partner.
overthinking this too much?
Yeah, you are. This is a
Wow.
blanket statement.
This is hard.
And I'm talking about the lips on your face.
I get that.
Making sure.
I would tend to say not kissed on the lips, but kissed everywhere else. Because there's a
Wow.
lot of everywhere else's.
That's true.
I really, really like kissing on the face lips, but there's a lot of other good places, and yeah, I'd have to say not the face lips if I had to give something up.
Wow, I would say the exact opposite. I would say because that's how important kissing is to me.
Yeah.
There's this wonderful sensuality. There's this, I mean, it's.
But you can still, nibble the neck,
I
the
know.
ears, the nipples. I mean, come on, think of.
I know.
I love the nipples, and nobody then could go down on you.
Well, that's
and-
kissing, not sucking and licking.
Oh well, if you're gonna change that, well then I would take the lips.
Well, if you suck and lick lips, like if you're sucking and licking during kissing, you're doing something wrong.
So then basically all you would be giving up, if you keep the face lips, is you'd be giving up like kissing on the neck
Yeah.
and whatnot. But you could still get like sucking on the nipples. You could
Yeah,
still
but you
get...
couldn't have kisses.
Yeah.
Kisses, because
Okay,
I do
sure.
a lot of the.
well then by all means I would take
Because I do a
face
lot of
kissing.
the interior thigh kisses
Yeah.
and those soft kisses from the knees up to your groin, and and
Yes, and that's very nice, but I would still take face kissing over that.
I love it. Noted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who's right now.
That puts it in a different perspective
Yeah,
for me.
who's right now?
You are.
Of course I am.
Yeah.
Woohoo! 3-1.
All right. So we have another virgin one. There's a lot of virginity going on down here.
Said no one ever.
Would you rather remain a virgin until marriage and have a spectacular sexual partner, or would you rather remain unmarried for the rest of your life, or I guess your entire life, and have a ton of great sexual partners who never love or commit to you?
Ugh. All right, so have someone who loves me but never have sex.
No.
Wait, what's that?
You're a virgin until marriage,
Okay.
and then you have like awesome sex.
Okay.
Or remain unmarried forever, so you have great sex that whole time, but no one ever loves or commits to you.
I don't like this question. Honestly, the first thing I thought of was I'd rather have that love and commitment.
Right.
I like that.
And awesome sex with that person.
Yeah, and awesome sex. I mean, basically, you just described us, except we also fool around with other people.
And it doesn't exclude that. It doesn't say only that person. So if we're gonna like really, read between the lines here.
Yeah, then I think I'd rather remain a virgin and then until marriage,
And then have
yeah,
awesome sex with that person.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want the commitment.
I want the commitment. I like that commitment. I like the fact
I know.
that you're my home base. I always come back to you, and I know you're coming back to me. And there's something really nice about that.
There's something special about it for sure.
Yeah, makes me happy. Open another wine bottle. Pour, pour, pour.
The red has come out.
The red has come. Red one. All right. So, what would your choice be?
Yeah, I would say the commitment. I would agree with you.
Touch and go there for a second, folks.
I have commitment issues, but I'm saying that I do like it. It's just hard for me to get there.
Yeah. No, I understand. No, and yes.
So what's my fourth?
Say what?
What's my fourth one?
I'm looking. Okay, so
Decisions.
I know, right? This one's mean, and I don't mean it to be
Oh,
mean.
this is gonna be bad, isn't it?
It's a mean one. And I'm going to go ahead and warn you, there is no good answer for this. It's like some of the ones you've given me already.
And I'm not allowed to pass, am I?
Nope. Would you rather have your partner laugh uncontrollably whenever they saw you naked, or cry uncontrollably? Yes, exactly what you just did, only when I'm naked. Actually, I think I would be okay with that. Yes.
I would have to say laugh.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Because at least laughing is a happy emotion,
I-
and it promotes positivity. But crying is a very negative thing, and
Sorry.
and now we can't stop laughing.
Oh my god, I'm just imagining you sobbing every time I take my pants off. Let's get this over with.
No, I
Oh
would
my
definitely have to say
God.
laughing.
Yeah,
Because at least, like I said, that promotes positivity and happiness as opposed to crying.
fair enough. Yes.
I would go laughing.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to try this now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic.
All right, laughing girl.
Okay. Serious face. Game face.
Game face. Game face.
Game face. Would you rather proposition a complete stranger for sex, one who was exceptionally attractive, and face the possibility of being rejected, or would you rather receive guaranteed sex from an unattractive individual as many times as you wanted? And this happens almost every night in every bar.
I know, right? Exactly. And the later it goes, the more it switches from A to B. So honestly, I would rather proposition someone who I thought was very attractive and have them and risk having someone say no to me. There is something very attractive about that hunt, the chase. If I went up to somebody knowing they would say yes to me, I think that's part of the fun is the chase, the hunt.
It's not as attractive if you know
It's
they're
not
going
as
to say
attractive,
yes.
yeah. So not only are they not, do I not find them physically attractive, I also don't find them, there's no chase. So there's really no win-win situation there. If I wanted to go and just have sex with random people over and over and over again, I would end up at a sauna.
Fair enough.
That goes back to the sex is easy. I like the thrill of the
challenge,
chase, the hunt. Yeah. How about you?
I agree. 100%. Yeah.
All right. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
This is fun. I like this.
This is fun. And I look forward to hearing what some of the folks say about this next one. Would you rather have sex on a bed filled with stains or in a smelly bathroom stall?
Wow. Neither of those is very attractive, are they?
And let's just before you go with this, let's paint a picture.
Okay, sure.
You are you've got a bed in some dirty, scary, abandoned house where people have been in this bed and there's urine and it's like a Rorschach test. You're having sex on a Rorschach test. You don't know. It's either blood, urine, or
you
semen.
You don't know what fluid. You don't know.
Yeah.
It could be any of the above, all of the above.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's right there.
Sure.
Or you're having sex in that toilet that I used last weekend in Queensland that was outside of a beach. That was a drop toilet that, honestly, I'm pretty sure somebody crawled in there and died.
I don't like the toilets.
In the heat, and it was... Like, honestly, I thought I was going to die. I started peeing, and next thing you know, I was inundated with a cloud of flies. So, those are your choices.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would choose the bed. Because, well, especially if you're talking pit toilet, because I cannot stand pit toilets. I would rather use a tree. There's something very disgusting about a nasty bathroom. I am very particular about the cleanliness of a bathroom. And if it was stinky, if it was dirty, if it was nasty, I couldn't do it. Smell is so much a part of sex.
Yeah.
It also then influences taste. It influences the whole experience. A dirty bed, well, not ideal. I can get over because I don't necessarily have to lay down on it and roll around and whatnot. We can do doggy. I could just kind of sit on the edge and just my bum be touching.
I love it.
I don't have to wrap myself in the sheets.
That's true.
So I would tend to go with the bed. Also, I'm guessing on the bed that a lot of those fluids are probably dried and been there. They're not fresh, wet.
It doesn't say wet stains. It doesn't say wet stains. Does it change it if they're wet stains?
No. I would still stick with bed.
So I was actually reading this question going, oh, abstinence doesn't sound like a bad thing. But if I had to choose one, it would definitely be the nasty stained bed one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's move to something a little nicer now.
Oh, good. Let's knock it.
Shall we?
Yeah, go for it.
Would you rather only be allowed to do foreplay with your hands or only be allowed to do foreplay with your mouth?
Mouth.
Okay.
Yeah. Because my tongue is basically prehensile anyway, so
you're fantastic with your mouth.
Yeah, I would miss being able to grab breasts and grab cocks and put fingers in places that that sun never sees. I would miss that greatly, but that's what my tongue's for.
Yeah.
It's like a finger in my mouth. Which I would also miss putting fingers in people's mouths. Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you are fantastic with your mouth.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's a hard one, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
I agree. Mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy as.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have your parents catch us having sex or us catch your parents having sex?
I would say parents catch us having sex.
You'd rather them catch us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really admittedly, I don't really care one way or the other because, sex is sex, and as long as you're consenting adults, it's whatever. But I like performing, and, I don't really expect them to sit there and watch the entire show, but I don't mind if somebody walks in while we're having sex.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
It wouldn't bother me. Be like, hey, please close the door on the way out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to keep doing
Or
my business
can
here.
you please hold the camera?
Unless it's something life-threatening, I'm going to keep going, and I'll catch you later.
Awesome. I love it.
But yeah.
All right. That was easy.
Yeah, what would you say?
I agree completely.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no question. Yeah.
I wonder how many people would go the other way on that one. Be interesting.
That would be interesting because
I can see why people would say the opposite.
I understand. Yeah, I mean, completely
if you're,
understand.
shy or you don't, if it's weird for your parents to see you in that position,
Or if you're in a situation where you're closeted and you don't want you don't want your
absolutely.
parents to know you're bi, gay, lesbian, whatever.
Sure.
Then it makes perfect sense. But
I wonder what percentage of people are both ways.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. All right, let's. I think this is gonna be a pretty easy one for you, but we're gonna ask it anyway. Would you rather have amazing sex that lasts 47 seconds, or average sex that lasts 10 minutes? We could say 69 seconds just for fun of it.
I'd rather have the longer sex, even if it's average. And so the problem with that, though, is it average for my partner as well, or are they enjoying themselves? Is it just me that experiences the 47 seconds of great sex, or is it? I'm assuming after 47 seconds, is their sex great as well? That 47 seconds?
I would assume that if it's amazing for you, it's amazing for them. If it's average for you, it's average for them.
So that makes it tougher. I would want it to be amazing for you. Like, let's imagine it's us. I'd rather it be amazing for you for 47 seconds and then be average for 10 minutes. Oh, God, that's tough.
Yeah.
I think, I gotta be honest, I think I would still rather draw it out. Excuse me. Yeah, I think I would draw it out. 10 minutes. How about you?
I agree. I would prefer, even if it's not as good, there's still something fun about the play and the playfulness of it, and you get to maybe try different positions. You can feel your partner out. You can learn them better. I would rather.
But it's never going to get better than average.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
47 seconds, I guess, isn't enough time to change positions very often.
No.
Yeah. It's funny because I actually didn't realize that normal people had sex in multiple positions in one session until you and I started having sex. I was like, oh, I thought we only did one position and then that was it.
One position each time.
Yeah. You're like, next time maybe we'll try this position. And then you were like, all right, roll me over. All right, now get behind me. All right, now stand me up. And all right, now
dance, monkey, dance.
Dance, monkey, dance. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Would you rather date someone who takes 5 seconds to come or who takes 5 hours to come?
Oh, Lord, those are way extremes, aren't they?
Yeah. This one's easy for me.
5 hours.
Really? You would have sex for 5 hours? That means if we started having sex at 10 p.m., we wouldn't be done until like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And then you have to go to bed and wake up. And
Sure.
you and morning sex means that we have to wake up at 3 a.m. Actually, we have to wake up at 2 a.m. an hour before we're done the first time in order to start having sex so you can get out of bed and go to work.
I guess if you put it that way, you're not going to have as much sex that way.
Or do you just want to be like, you know what, you don't get to come this time?
Well, I'm okay with that, too. But, so my rationale, which now I'm questioning, but my initial rationale was that, if it takes 5 hours, that's fine, because then you can do multiple positions. We can play with the BDSM stuff some more, because that you could draw that out a bit. We can do oral stimulation, manual stimulation, vaginal. You can really mix it up in all that time, so you get a whole big variety. Now, granted, if you're spending 5 hours a day on that, it's probably only going to happen once a day, so you get it all in and enjoy it in that time.
Sure.
Because you're probably not going to, realistically 10 hours out of every day, unless it's a weekend or a holiday or something, is probably not going to work. But that does mean then that But I can still come multiple times. It just means that you don't.
Right, of course, yes.
Because the 5 seconds is good because then, you can both come multiple times. But ultimately, if it takes you that long to come, that's fine. That doesn't mean I can't come
Right.
but once in 5 hours. So,
Well, and see, for me, it's the exact opposite because I married somebody who can come in 5 seconds,
no, fair enough.
which is awesome.
I guess it depends on girl or guy, too.
I was gonna say, if it
Yeah.
was a female partner, I want her to come in 5 seconds. But we've
What if it
run
was a male
across those,
partner?
we've come across those women who are one and done,
Yes.
and that would be like wah wah.
What about a male partner? Would it be different?
Because
Because I was only thinking male partner, but if you're talking female, then 5 seconds is easy. Yeah.
honestly no. I think I would stick with 5 seconds.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd rather have somebody who comes quick than
Okay.
takes forever because there's something about that accomplishment. Like, I made this even after 5 seconds. 1,000,
I can see that.
2, 1,000, 3, 1,000.
I
4,
definitely see
1,000, 5,
benefits.
1,000. I mean, that's not long.
No.
That's like,
No.
4 thrusts.
Yeah. I see benefits to the 5 seconds. And while the 5 hours, I agree with myself. That it sounds appealing.
Wait, did you? Oh, God. And this is why we podcast.
But it
You know what?
sounds-
I'm the smartest person I know. I totally agree with myself, don't I? Yes, I do. I am very clever. I think you're clever too. You're also funny and beautiful. Thank you. I know that.
It sounds appealing because you do get to have that variety, but yeah, day in, day out, it might get old.
Yep.
So, I don't like that one.
Yeah.
I want middle ground.
There's no middle ground. All right.
All right. I give 5 seconds.
Okay. There you go. 5 seconds.
There's a lot of good rationale for that.
It also doesn't talk about refractory period for men.
Well, that's
so maybe
true,
the
it
refractory
doesn't.
period's only like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
Or even if it was 10 minutes, that would be okay.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Would you... Oh, this is so close to another one that you just asked.
Well, you can jump down and ask another.
I'll have to come up with another one, so let me skip this one for now.
Okay.
Would you rather hear dirty talk in an accent you hate while having sex, or have sex in complete silence?
Okay, number 1, can you tell me an accent you hate?
I don't know, but there's got to be one.
Like Count Dracula? Good evening. Yeah. I'm going to fuck you hard.
I just have to laugh. I'm sorry. I don't know about hate,
Ooh,
but
good
some people
evening.
do have accent things because we've got friends who can't stand certain accents.
I want you to suck my cock.
Oh my god. Help me. Help.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. So, the accent, or what was the other choice?
Would you rather hear dirty talk in an accent you hate while having sex, or have sex in complete silence?
Okay, so I will say I can't come up with this accent that I hate off the top of my head. I'm sure there is one. Like, I don't know. I can't come up with one. But I'm sorry. I'm just coming up with a Canadian saying sorry and buddy and I'm not your buddy friend. I'm not your friend, pal. I'm not your pal, buddy. I love the Canadian accent. It's just certain Canadians that we have issues with. I would say silence.
Okay. I agree. I would say silence.
Yeah.
If there's something that I really can't stand about you, I'm just going to ignore it. I'd rather it just go away.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but that
tend
is
to agree.
I am sort of thinking of Count Dracula having sex, and I wish I could do that accent even better because it would be awesome.
I think you need to dress up as Count Dracula sometime.
I will. I'll do it.
Okay. I look forward to it.
Fangs and everything. Okay. Would you rather find out that your perfect Tinder date has a girlfriend or has a foot fetish?
Yeah, honestly, I can't say that I really care one way or the other. If by having a girlfriend, that means that they have to sneak around and...
Let's assume that for devil's advocate that the girlfriend doesn't know.
Right, the girlfriend doesn't know they have to sneak around.
Yeah.
It's not an open thing. Then I would say foot fetish hands down.
Yeah.
Now, if the girlfriend was willing to join in, then...
Well,
oh, yeah.
Dude, really? Yeah.
Absolutely.
That one's easy.
But otherwise, I would say foot fetish.
Okay.
Because while I don't really have a thing for feet, if people, like my feet, then sure, go for it. It doesn't bother me.
All right, cool. Yeah.
So I would go with that. right. Are you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
I don't know what it is because it goes on to the next page. Would you rather... Oh, I like this one.
She just did the... For anybody, I wish that people could have seen that. You just did the... Where you bring your fists up to your shoulder and you shake them with excitement. Yeah, you just did that. That was cute.
Would you rather only be allowed to masturbate to porn parodies such as Star Wars and Pokemon, or the only porn you're allowed to watch is on Vine, meaning it lasts only 6 seconds?
Ooh. Porn parodies. Because That Ain't series, they do Jaws. I've seen Deadpool. They do a lot of really good porn parodies. Glee, where they even sing. Yeah, I would pick the porn parodies one. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to see Leia get eaten out by a Wookiee? Bit my Wookiee.
I tend to agree because, admittedly, we have some of these porn parodies, and we've watched them, and I mean they're funny as hell, and I sit there and laugh at them anyway because they are very funny, and like you said, the Glee one they even sing. Yeah. There's a She-Hulk one, and of course at some point the green starts to wear off in certain places.
It's hilarious.
It's really funny, but even though I hate to admit it, while we're watching it, I'm getting wetter and wetter,
I know.
And you can't help it.
And I get an erection.
Somehow
it's
this is turning me on.
I know, and I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I'm getting a laugh-rection.
Yes.
Lafrection. I am getting a lafrection. That sounds like a really bad.
You might want to see a
procedure.
doctor about that.
Like, oh yeah, I'm going to the doctor tomorrow to get my lafrection. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. So yeah, as much as I hate to admit it.
Okay. Would you rather date someone who refuses to cuddle or who refuses to go down on you?
Refuses to cuddle or refuses to go down on me? I would have to say refuses to cuddle. That's a hard one, though. Because I really like cuddling, but I really like someone to go down on me. And I think I like going down on me more than cuddling. I can always find a cuddle buddy.
I know, that's I agree completely. I think there's people that hire themselves out to cuddle.
Yeah.
Of course, there are people that hire themselves out to go down on you.
That's true.
Cuddling is cheaper.
It is cheaper, but also, if you're my primary partner, I want you to be able to go down on me and do it well. If I'm always going to other people for that, then it's not always going to be, 100% great.
Wait, so you're thinking that your primary... Wow, so because that means that it's more important for you to have oral sex with your primary partner than it is to have physical intimacy with your primary partner. Because cuddling is physical intimacy.
But it's not like holding hands and touching when you're passing.
No, but it's like we go to bed and not have sex and you don't touch them.
Does that mean no spooning?
No spooning. I think so. That's cuddling. When we spoon, it's cuddling.
Oh, so I'm thinking like cuddling on the couch and stuff, not like
spooning. Well, that too. I mean, that means when we sit on the couch that we're not touching each other.
Well, not even like Tootsies or anything?
No, because that's cuddling.
Oh, that makes it a lot harder then.
But that's the point of this game.
I don't like this game. Then I have to go back to cuddling. I will take cuddling.
Really?
And give up the oral sex with my primary partner. I just have to have a secondary partner that I train really well on that. Or multiples. But I really do like cuddling and spooning and things like that.
But I really like oral sex.
I was going to say, I could give up cuddling on the couch. But still, it's nice to at least have your feet touching and things. But spooning and at nighttime and just waking up, next to your partner, there's something special about that.
I agree. Yeah, so that would be...
Does that mean I couldn't come up behind you when you're in the kitchen and give you a hug?
I don't know.
How far do you go with that?
Well, so all right, let's then take a step back and say only cuddling after sex, which we will include the entire night, even waking up to the next morning. So, or when we have sex on the couch, cuddling. When we have sex on the dining room table, cuddling on the table.
I think I would take cuddling and give up the oral sex because you could still use your fingers and things, and I could still have other people to give me oral.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me.
That's a tough one.
I don't really have an answer.
Close.
Yeah, because it is.
I would say it's like
60-40.
60-40. Yeah. All right. Well, that's a one. That's a downer. Would you rather? This is gonna be an easy one. Not be able to see during sex or not be able to touch during sex?
See.
Yep. I agree, hands down.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
If I can't touch, what's the point of doing it?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, we're touching when we're having sex.
I'm assuming they mean touching with your hands.
Yeah, I assumed as well. But
some people are very
not use your eyes or not use your hands.
Right. Some people are very visual,
Yeah.
so
That's a good point. Yeah.
That might be really hard for them to
Yeah.
not be able to see if they're a very visual person.
Me, I'm a very tactile person. I want
Yeah.
hands and fingers everywhere.
I tend to agree.
Okay. Would you rather get caught having sex with a blow-up doll or kissing a blow-up doll?
Having sex.
You'd rather get caught having sex with
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
Yeah. What if the blow-up doll was a sheep? Because they make those blow-up sheep
I don't really care. I'd still rather get caught having
for those
sex
folks from
with
New
it.
Zealand.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You went there, didn't you?
I did. We have friends that are moving to New Zealand. They're going to become shepherds, whatever. Sheepers.
Sheepers.
You know what I mean.
But that means we get to go visit them, and then maybe we
I
can have
know.
sex with sheep too.
I will, because I hear it's not bad.
Oh my God.
You set me
Oh
up.
my
Thank
God.
you.
You're
You know how
welcome.
you know how sheep like it? They just want to get rammed.
Oh wow.
Oh, God.
And the puns only get better.
They get worse. Okay, so we both agree. We both want to get caught having sex with a blow-up doll.
Yes. Yes. Alrighty. Would you rather give up sex for a year or give up masturbating for a year?
Masturbating. But only if I continue to have sex at the frequency of which I'm currently having sex.
Okay.
Let's assume you're having sex once a week, but masturbating 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Would you stick with the giving up sex?
No, I would have to masturbate.
Yeah, me too. I'd rather
Yeah.
give up sex. I want to give up the one that I do less frequency.
The least, yeah. I agree.
That's what if you're equal? You're having sex 3.5 times a week, or you're masturbating 3.5 times a week. Okay, let's just say 3 and 3.
I would give up masturbating.
I would too. Yeah. Mutual masturbation is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Would you rather date someone into intense BDSM or someone who likes super bland vanilla sex?
Intense BDSM.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, if I have to choose one or the other, the vanilla sex is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree completely. I can handle some things that make me uncomfortable. I can't handle this vanilla bland. Yeah.
All right. So my last one is along the same lines as that.
Your last one. Wow.
Well, we're already up to 12.
I know. We've been rapid firing in these. I've got
I
2
know.
more after this one.
How do you have 2 more? I thought I've done.
Hey baby, my list is long.
You said 12. I thought I've done 12.
You
Well,
might
this will be
have.
my 12.
I didn't count. I said
I'm trying
12.
to go by your rules, and then you don't count.
Yeah, but I didn't want to take it to super bland vanilla rules. I wanted to have like intense BDSM rules, which means there
Good
are
thing
no
you're on the other
rules.
end of the table right now.
I know.
All right. So.
Good thing you have little Tyrannosaurus arms.
But I have extensions. They're
Not in
called
your hair.
floggers and whips.
Oh, that's true, but they're way in there.
And I fortunately don't have little T-Rex legs that can carry me in there.
That's true. But T-Rexes have big legs.
I said little legs.
Right, but you also said T-Rex legs. Move on. Come on, child.
Would you rather be in a relationship with a totally submissive partner or a totally dominant partner?
Wow. What an appropriate question considering our last line of discussion.
I said it's very similar.
I would rather have a relationship with a totally dominant partner.
And you be completely sub.
Yeah. Are we assuming in all aspects of life or
I would
just
say
sexually?
all aspects of life.
Oof.
But by totally submissive and totally dominant, I would say all.
I'm going to be
walks of life.
100% honest and say that if it's in all aspects of life, the relationship wouldn't last long. So either way, the relationship wouldn't last long. But if I were to choose if the question was which relationship would last longer, I would last longer with a totally dominant partner than I would with a totally submissive partner.
Okay.
But both relationships are doomed. How about you?
I would say totally submissive, but I agree it would not be a long-term play. It wouldn't even be a short-term play. It wouldn't be a pleasant relationship.
Yeah.
And it would not be one I would want to pursue forever.
Well,
But if I had to choose one or the other forever, I would say submissive.
yeah. Yeah, and I think that just kind of goes to show us, why we work so well is you are more on the dom side, I'm more on the sub side, but there are times in life where we try to balance that out, and one becomes more.
And
more
even
than the
little
other.
decisions, it's like I don't want to always make every decision.
Yeah.
I want you to have an opinion as well,
Yeah.
and feel like you can speak up and say so.
Okay. So this one, I needed a visual aid because I saw this earlier and I was afraid you wouldn't know who these people are, but I really like this question.
Okay.
So I'll bring up my visual aid. Urgh.
Because I probably
And
don't
I'm
know who
pretty
the
sure that
people
most
are.
of the folks out there who listen to this are going to know who these people are. And if not, they'll look them up.
Right. I'm just really terrible with names.
Yeah,
Much better
famous
with
people she
faces.
doesn't know.
No.
Would you rather give Zac Efron a lap dance or get a lap dance from Zach Galifianakis? Do you know who both those
I know
guys are?
Zach Galifianakis. I know Zac Efron's name, but I can't think of what he looks like.
All right, let me bring up my picture.
So I need a picture.
He's young, attractive, and ripped. That's Zac Efron.
Oh, yeah, he is attractive. So I give him a lap
And then
dance.
You give him a lap dance, or you get a lap dance from the one-man wolf pack.
Oh, that's hard. Because I would initially, my gut reaction would be to say to give one to Zac Efron. But at the same time, he's probably not going to appreciate it because, I mean, fuck, look at him.
Wow, you just judged a book by its cover.
I did.
Okay.
Because you got to think that he probably gets, a fair bit of what he wants, and it's probably not going to be me. But Zach Galifianakis, I can see him. Honestly, I'd have to go him because I can see him getting into it, having fun with it, being goofy, being silly, making me laugh, and I love a good comedian, and I want a partner who is entertaining. And so or even if it's just for a dance or whatever, I would have to say Zach Galifianakis.
So I love it because I agree completely because I sort of imagine Zach Galifianakis, if he's giving you a lap dance, it is kind of a little bit
Now
goofy.
I really want a lap dance from him.
It's a little bit goofy, but
Yeah.
he's taking it seriously, and I just imagine that Zach Galifianakis over Zac Efron. No offense to all you Zac Efron lovers, but I'm pretty sure Zach Galifianakis is gonna have some intense eye contact, and he's gonna use
In
the
that
beard.
uncomfortable kind of
yeah,
way.
almost
Yeah.
uncomfortable, but still kind of funny.
Yeah.
But he's gonna use the beard, and it's gonna be like, oh, this is all right, yeah. So that's sort of how I imagined it would be, and that sort of makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Plus, he's like a big teddy bear.
But can I get like a lap dance from him and like touch Zac Efron too?
Oh, at the same time. Well,
Yeah.
that's not part of the deal. Sorry.
No, I would have to go. Yeah, for sure.
Do you have any more? Because I have a couple more. If you do or don't.
Why don't we save them for another later podcast?
Well, I mean, I guess
you
we
wanna go
could.
through a
Let's
couple
do
more? All
one
right,
more
let's do-
each. One more
all right,
each.
all right.
We'll do the final. Let me pick mine.
This isn't gonna be a great one though, because I already picked the better from these lists anyway. But let's go with. All right, so I've got two super easy ones, but would you rather have sex when you're drunk or have sex when you're hungover?
I've done both. So
Which would
the question
you
is,
prefer?
which do I prefer? So this is the thing. When I'm drunk, it's possible I won't remember it.
Mhm.
When I'm hungover, it's possible I'll want to throw up on you during it. So I guess this is more of a would you rather
At least
rather
spin
than
me
would I
around
rather.
doggy style, so if you throw up, it's on my back.
I'm sorry. Now, picture if you will, you saying, "Come on my back," and then I go, and then you go, "Wow, that's a big load," and it's chunky. Oh my god, I just grossed myself out, which takes talent. I would have to say hungover. I'd rather have hungover sex than drunk sex. I will say that.
I would say hungover as well, because it also, depending on that level of drunk, either you may not remember it or you may be at that point where, like, when things are starting to spin and everything is just kind of makes you feel sickly moving and things.
Yeah.
That could be really bad. If you're at that good part of drunk, then sure, it's fine. Whatever.
Right.
But if I
Oh
have to,
God, that spinning bed stage. Can you imagine
Yeah.
having sex during the
right.
spinning bed stage?
So that's why I would tend to say if I had to choose one or the other, not knowing which stage of drunk it would be, I would say hungover, because no matter how bad I feel, I still always want sex, and I can make it through that. And at the end of it, I always get this burst of energy after sex, and so afterwards, the hangover is not so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once it's done, then it's like, all right, yeah. Now I'm ready to get up and at least get some tea or start the day, do something.
I love it. Okay, I'm trying to decide between two. Both of them, I think, for you are going to be really easy. I'm going to pick the one that I think is super easy for you, even though, just because. Would you rather be tied to a bed and forgotten,
Okay.
let's say for a couple hours?
Okay.
We'll give a time period on there. Or be marked with a hickey that your boss will see, and all your coworkers and the customers that you visit?
I would say marked with a hickey.
Yeah, me too.
A hickey, I can explain. Well, I probably wouldn't even have to because nobody. Well, I do have a few customers that would say something, and probably a few coworkers. But you laugh it off. It's fine. Whatever. So I would tend to go with that because I don't really care.
Right.
But I don't like being tied to a bed for a few hours. Would drive me crazy because I need to be doing something, or I need to be asleep.
Right.
And I'm not as good a sleeper as you. If it were you, you would just go to sleep.
I could easily fall asleep even being tied up.
Right,
Yeah.
and that would be fine. But for me, unless it was super late at night or I was completely exhausted, I wouldn't fall asleep.
Yeah.
And then it would just be absolute torture because I couldn't. It's not. If I had no source of entertainment, so there's no TV, no radio, no books, no anything, nothing to look at or see.
It's like Gerald's Game. Did you ever read that?
What was
it? It was
it?
a Stephen King book called Gerald's Game.
No.
So spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't read it. A woman goes to a random cabin, like way out in the middle of nowhere, with her paramour, Gerald, and he handcuffs her to the bed, and then it gets a little rapey, so she kicks him in the nuts, and he has a heart attack and dies.
Oh.
And he's got the keys, and she can't reach them, so she's handcuffed to the bed. So the entire book is her handcuffed to the bed.
Nobody knows she's out there.
Nobody knows they're out there.
That would be bad.
It is a dark.
I'll have to read that one.
It's actually really. It's got some really good points, good parts in it. It's a little dark. There's a lot of that you're playing with your own brain kind of
Yeah.
thing. I'm clearly gonna die, handcuffed to a bed kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Somebody's gonna find your rotting corpse one
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to look that one up. I'll have to read it.
Yeah, so it's a bit of Gerald's Game, but honestly, I would definitely pick the hickey. I would
Yeah.
rather have a hickey because again, we're all adults here,
Yeah.
and I understand that some
Accidents
people
happen,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
understand that some people be like, "Oh, I could never explain that,"
Right.
But
Sure.
realistically, we've all done it.
everybody-
Everybody out there has either given a hickey or has had a hickey.
Right. And it happens accidentally. You may
Yes.
not intend to.
I've
but-
done it to you. I mean,
Yeah.
technically on your chest.
It's usually
and
on my
breast,
chest or something, yeah.
But it's happened, and I've gotten them from you and from
Yeah.
others on the inside of my thigh.
Yeah.
Again, people can't necessarily see that, but
Yeah.
I would be okay with one on my neck.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. So, thanks for sticking
That's
with
our
us.
round one of Would You Rather.
Thanks for sticking with us, folks. Yeah, that was round one of Would You Rather.
And if there's any questions that you would like to hear us answer in the Would You Rather fashion on the podcast, feel free to send them in to us.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And we can go through. We'll do another round at some point.
And where can they send them to us?
I don't know. Where would that be?
I don't know either.
You're the one who always does this section.
All right, fine. I'll do the section. God, women, right? Am I right? Am I right?
You're right. You're
I'm
always right.
Except those first two questions where I was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so please, if you have Would You Rather questions that you'd like us to answer for you, email us at theatomsoflove@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter and send us a Twitter message, private message over Twitter. We are at By the By Podcast.
BYTHEBI
Wow.
podcast.
Snap. Or you can find us on the interwebs on the website at www.bytheby.com.au.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in and listening to us once again.
Yeah.
Here on By the By.
Yeah, thank you. And if you like our podcast, tell others. And the best way to do that is to go on to iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you find us, and give us a review. We'd really appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks very much.
Bye.